Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a little unboxing and first impressions of the Derwent Chromaflow. Now Derwent Chromaflow aren't new to the Derwent line. In fact, they had come out with the 24 count not too long ago, and they have now expanded the line. So you can actually get these in sets of 12, 24, 36, 48, and 72. So what we're going to do today is basically take a look at these, kind of do a comparison between the Chromaflow colors and Prismacolor, because this is kind of like the Prismacolor competitor. Now, I am not going to review these just yet, and the reason for that is I'm waiting until they are available at all of the more accessible retailers, but also until the open stock starts arriving, or if they're planning on doing open stock at all. So I kind of want to wait for that before I kind of give a full review, but we are going to go pretty in depth for this first impressions, and hopefully that can at least help give you some guidance on whether or not to try these. All right, so we have the 72 count. First thing you'll notice is this is, while you know it's the normal tin from Derwent, instead of the long tin with 2 trays, they have made it this square tin with, what was it, 3 trays? I actually am pretty bummed about that because I use the Derwent tins. I leave all my pencils in there because I pop tray number 1 out and put it into the lid and leave tray number 2 in here. I can't do that now with the Chromaflow, so that was a bummer. All right, so here is the Chromaflow pencil. The first thing you're going to notice about these, if you're new to them, is they're not like your traditional Derwent. They are not that chunky monkey thick style. And I had mentioned this back in the day. I actually am pretty bummed about it. I like that thick chunky monkey style, so hint hint Derwent. All right, so it is a pretty narrow pencil. It's about the size of a Prisma, to be honest with you. And the core itself is a 3.5 millimeter lead. That's a pretty good one. You have a black matte finish. It does have the Derwent, signature dipped end. Then we have our name and number code, and then it says made in Britain. Now, I did notice while looking at the numbers, there are some gaps. So I don't know if they plan to extend past the 72. I mean, the way they released these in general with their 24 count set back in the day was, well, stupid and confusing anyway. They just threw them on the market. No warning. They're just like, here you go. So yeah, these trays are like really flimsy. So these are something I'm gonna have to put into a case. But here we go. We have the 72 Chromaflows. So first things first. Did they change much in the design of the pencils from the old 24 was the biggest you could get before? Not really. Everything is the same other than the numbers. So if you have the old school Chromaflow pencils, you're going to notice that the numbers are different. Like, see here, we have a strawberry that is number 6. And you will also notice that on the new one, they have added to it. So instead of 6, it is now 600. So they just added some zeros. So far, when I was writing out the names, I didn't notice that they changed any names from the old ones, but we will compare once I put them out. I will already tell you, just by creating my little swatch chart here, I was really upset to see a silver and gold. You got 72 pencils and you wasted on that. But I know some people do like those metallic pencils. Can't please everyone, right, Derwent? So what I'm going to do is I am going to swatch these bad boys, but I'm not going to have you guys watch me swatch in real time. So I am going to speed this up, add some music, so sit back, relax, and let's watch these swatch out. Okay, so here are the completed swatches. Yes, towards the end I was like, why am I filling in these boxes? Because I'll probably rearrange these anyway. So I did have a few issues. Right when I was going to swatch Sunflower here, I had shown you during the sped up version, the core was already, or the lead was already breaking out. And so when I sharpened it, it broke again in the sharpener. So you can actually see how much I lost there with that one. And then this one here broke on me as well and kept breaking during sharpening. So as you can see, I lost some there. And then Raisin, I was showing you, it's off center. See how the wood is coming up on that side? So just a few little, defects, but I mean, this is their first 72 count set thrown out there, so never know. All right, color-wise, these aren't too shabby with the color range. Got a lot more yellows than I think necessary. Now, if they plan to, say, eventually expand to 100 or 120, 120 is the largest set I've ever seen Derwent make, and that was only with the Derwent artists. Everything else is 100 for like Lightfast and or Lightfast I think is the only one that goes to 100. The rest are 72. So I don't know if they plan to extend, but I do have a few things I want to point out. I think they went kind of overboard on the yellows. We only get like one true nice little creamish color. The oranges and peaches are all right. You get a good selection of reds. They are really lacking in purple, and this is a chronic Derwent problem, not just Chromaflow. It's like with all Derwents. I'm always like, purple! Loads of blues and greens though. Great, some of these look already right there. You got a blending trio. I definitely need to put them in order. I was also trying to show you guys that my lemon lime, and I don't know if it's going to show up, had like a few streaks of another color in it. The browns are not too shabby. Grays, they did okay considering this 72 count. We've got like our warmer and our cooler. And then of course, like I said, I wish they didn't include metallic pencils because they only have 72 pencils. I think they should have put something else here. But like I said, I did notice there was jumps in the numbers, so I don't know if that means maybe we will get more, because see how it goes 1700, 1800, and then 1810, 1820, 1830. So I don't know if they plan to expand or not. Who knows with Derwent. But now let's do a little comparison from this 72 count versus like what we get with Prismacolor. Okay, you all know I'm a Prismacolor fan, so anytime there's a soft, predominantly wax style pencil, I want to compare it to Prisma. While swatching these, I did feel they were a little bit harder, but they were still soft, and that once you got that second layer on, even better. Now, were they as smooshy, as I like to say, as the Prisma? Not by my standards, but to others, they may be. Now, one thing you'll notice is, see all these wonderful neutral tones here that we have in the Prisma? You don't have as many here, but again, 150, 72, that's a big gap. We're talking almost double. Obviously you're going to get more blues. I do feel that the reds, though, the selection of reds in the Prisma line are just, mwah. I mean, here they're kind of, I don't know. Same with the pinks. I mean, look at these pinks here. You have these, but then you get into more red-violet colors. Purples, Prisma has a great selection of purples. That said, these could pair nicely with these other purples. In fact, this midnight purple would be excellent because I've always been trying to find a purple that fits between violet and dioxazine purple, and the midnight purple might make a good choice. Their Parma violet and violet are almost like close to these two. Now let's talk if I was going to do a portrait with these. do I have what I need for a skin tone? Now, say I was doing a more pale skin, you know, Caucasian skin tone. I do have most of what I would need, but I think I would have to supplement with some Prismas because I've got some good browns. This peach sand would be kind of a good, the peach sand is really close to eggshell and beige, which I use in skin tones a lot using my Prismas. But really after that, I'm kind of missing that one last tone. You know, I've got these over here to add some blush. Parmesan is too yellow, so it's not even like the cream from Prismacolor. The white's not too bad though, it was soft. So yeah, I mean, I probably would have to add in a few things, but not too shabby. I mean, overall, if you're comparing this to Prisma, you don't have the same variety of greens. You definitely don't have the browns or the grays. I'm sorry. No one competes in the gray department with the Prisma. I mean, this is all gray right here. Same thing with blues. I mean, Prisma rocks it on the blues, but I mean, we do have a nice selection here for this being 72. Okay, so let's talk price for a minute, and I am going to put a big asterisk next to the word price because these just came out. So I need you all to keep in mind anytime a supply comes out, whether it be from Derwent or anyone else, it's going to be a lot higher than it's going to be a few months from now, okay? So right now on Amazon, these are $138.06 right now at the time I'm posting this video. So if you're watching this months later, please refer to the posting date before commenting about the price. That comes out to about $1.92 per pencil. Now, Prismacolors right now I can get for $1.12 open stock from Blick when I buy 12 or more. Again, I'm waiting to see what happens with these. When Blick gets them, what's their price going to be? Because Blick is always a little higher sometimes, it seems. But I also want to see about open stock. That's why I'm holding off on a full review. Now, you still can get your 12, 24, 36, and 48 count scents if you're not ready to get the 72. I do not know specifically the colors in those sets. But what I plan to do next is I think I want to do like a little, a couple pages with these and kind of see how I feel. Maybe even a color along if you guys would like. Let me know in the comments below. And I also might work on a little conversion chart, finding some matches with the Chromaflow to the Prismacolor if I have the time. Ooh, like right there, that ultra pink is pretty much like processed red. Now magenta's a little closer. So yeah, I might work on that too and whatnot, but way better selection compared to the 24 count. The 24 count was just an awful representation. I felt like these colors they could have done a lot better with when they released this. I was like, what is this? So I love, you know, that we have 72 to play with. Like I said, yellow, I mean, these are awfully close. Honestly, they could have axed one of those. These more golden-y colors, not too bad. I do feel we're lacking for skin tones, whether it be a light, you know, fair skin tone or even a darker skin tone. We are really missing a lot of what we need to create that. If you don't like to layer, if you don't mind layering, you could probably make this work. They do have a lot of blues and purple, or blues and greens, but there are some outlier greens that are just kind of like, huh? You know, that's why I'm wondering if they plan to expand. And the browns too, you're just kind of meh. Grays, I'm kind of meh over as well. And I just feel this was a complete waste of space in the set. They were nice and soft. They were not smushy though. If you like Prismas for the smoosh, they did not have that feel to them. And then I did find, what, 3 pencils with defects. So, and I did see others that are off center as well. So I guess if they're trying to compete with Prisma, they can just join the off-center core club. Bad joke, but if you've been around and used Prismas long enough, you know what I mean. But anyway, these aren't too bad. if you want to give them a shot, I would say go for it. Actually, I'm not like saying these are bad by any means. I'm going to color with these and play around and have some fun. And yeah, I will do a full review in a few months after I've played with them, but also after I wait and see how the price moves and whatnot, and then as well as open stock. Because if these don't end up becoming something you can get open stock, then they're not going to be as competitive against Prisma at all. So I just want to see how that pans out as well. If you snagged the latest Derwent Chromaflow pencils and you have the 72 or the other sets, you know, outside of the 12 and 24 that have been out for I think about a year now, let me know what you think of them. Do you like the color selection? What colors do you think are missing? Are you happy? Like, look, they got some light blues in here, which are always nice. I love this color too. So it was nice that they added some of those pale tones, but I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on the Chromaflow. Now, I will also tell you that I have a second set of these on the way, which I will be giving away very soon. So keep an eye out for that giveaway. I don't know when it'll be, but it's when they arrive. So thank you all for hanging out with me while we take a look at the Derwent Chromaflow, and until next time, take care. Bye now.